Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a Winchester Model 70 featherweight in 30-06. And we also took this rifle to the range. Elk hunting's coming up soon, and so we needed to make sure the rifle had a good bullet that we could elk hunt with. So stay tuned. This past summer, my younger brother, who was getting back into hunting, he loves collecting guns. And he was wanting to get a 30-06. And originally he was looking at getting an X-Bolt Hunter, but they're kind of hard to come by. And at the local gun shop, we just kept seeing this rifle. I'd go with them, just because, you know, why not? It's fun. And eventually, after a few months of not being able to find that X-Bolt, he decided to go with this rifle, which is the Winchester Model 70 featherweight in 30-06. And we're just going to go ahead and look at the pros and cons of this rifle, and then I'll show you some footage from the range and how it shot. Now, before I go into the pros and cons, let me just tell you a little bit about the rifle. This rifle cost $850, so not a bad price. It comes with a walnut stock. It is a Winchester Model 70, so it's a pretty nice rifle, and it's chambered in 30-06, like I said. It comes with a 22-inch barrel, which is pretty standard. 22 is about the standard for a 30-06, and it is a featherweight, so without the scope, this rifle comes in at 7 pounds. Don't know if it really qualifies it to be called a featherweight, but it's still a pretty light rifle. And in fact, with this Vortex Viper scope, the rifle comes in at 8.4 pounds, which is not too bad. All right, let's talk about 3 pros that I really like about this rifle. Number one, I think, is the craftsmanship. It's a nice, clean rifle, and it seems like it's been made pretty darn well. It is a free-floated barrel, and the gaps in between the barrel are quite even. You know, the stock looks very nice. The action, we're going to talk about that soon enough, is also very nice. All right, probably my favorite part of this rifle is the action. It is your classic Mauser action, and so it is smooth. I wouldn't say it's the smoothest action I've ever, put my hands on, but it's smooth, no doubt, and it's just such a nice action. So let me just show you. There's obviously nothing in this rifle. One-handed, goes in really well. It's just a good action. It's a classic. It's the Mauser action. It's probably my favorite part of the rifle. The next thing I really like about this rifle is its MOA trigger. Winchester claims that this is the nicest trigger you can get on the market. Not sure about that, but it's really nice, no doubt. There's no creep to it, and it has a very nice crisp pull. Right now, I'm pretty sure it's set at like 3.5 pounds, so it's a little on the heavy side right now. But no doubt you can adjust that to so it's lighter. But the trigger definitely isn't very nice. All right, so let's talk about the cons. I only have one con, and it's really kind of nitpicky. This rifle is called a featherweight, and I just don't think it's that light of a rifle. Now, I completely understand. You can go only so light with a wood stock. You know, that wood stock is going to be heavy. And so it is light for having a wood stock, but in today's age, 7 pounds is not a very light rifle. All right, so initially my brother sighted this rifle in with some factory ammunition, Hornady Outfitter. What this is a 180 grain GMX bullet. Velocity, let me just show you. So, yep, 2,700 feet per second, which isn't bad. But the rifle didn't really like the ammunition. 2 bullets would group really well, then that third one would fly off. And so it was like 1.5 to 2 inch groups with this ammunition. So I had to reload for him. couple weeks ago, I went to a local gun store and saw these in. And I just kind of had a feeling that his rifle would like the 165, 168 grain type of bullet. And these Barnes TTSX bullets are quite nice. And so we bought some, and then I hand loaded for it. So here's what it looks like reloaded. I just went by the book. I picked the best powder that Barnes recommended, which is IMR 4064. The grains that this gun liked, I'll show you in a little bit. And then we seeded it. You know, hunting's coming up soon. I haven't checked to see, their overall length to the lands yet with this rifle. So I just used what Barnes recommended. So this is at, I believe, 3.240. So it's seeded in pretty far right now. But as you'll see, the rifle did like it. So let me go ahead and show you it. So not to bore you and show you 9 shots.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
here's the
show you
results
one
for the
shot
first group.
per 3
A
shot
lot like
group.
the GMX, where 2 bullets would be right next to each other, touching each other. And that third one was always a flyer. So, 48 grains of IMR 4064 didn't do so hot. All right, the second group, this is 49 grains with the same powder, and it actually shot pretty decently. This is a little under an inch group, and so definitely good enough to hunt with. Let's go ahead and see how the max load does. All right, so the max load was a lot like the 48 grains. So this is 50 grains. And again, 2 of them are right next to each other, and that third one just doesn't want to group well. So in the end, I felt like it was a good day at the range. We did find a bullet that the gun liked and a load. And so it's, again, 49 grains of IMR 4064. The cartridge overall length for it was just what Barnes recommended, 3.240. That group measured at 0.887 inch. So, pretty good. Definitely good enough to hunt with. Really looking forward to elk hunting this year. I think this bullet is a good bullet. And, if we get the chance to shoot at one, I think it'll do great. Also, I wanted to give you guys an update. For those that have been following the channel, I have a friend who bought a 30-06 last year. And we've been really struggling to get this gun to group with the bullets I've loaded. Well, I decided to try that TTSX bullet, basically with the same cartridge overall length and 50 grains of IMR 4064. And as you can see, it grouped really well. Actually grouped better than my brother's rifle. So this is a 3/4 inch group. And this is what he's also going to be hunting with. So again, really good day at the range.